Leo, the little lion, who dared an inspiring bedtime story about courage, kindness, and bravery in small hearts. In the golden heart of a vast African savanna, where the sun kissed the grasslands and the wind danced through the tall trees, there lived a young lion cub named Leo. He wasn't the strongest. He wasn't the loudest. He didn't roar the biggest roar or leap the longest leap. But Leo had something very special inside, a heart full of wonder and quiet courage. While his brothers and sisters played rough and tumbled around, Leo preferred gentler things. He liked to sit beneath the shade of an acacia tree and watch butterflies flutter by. He listened to birds chirp and often imagined what the clouds were whispering as they floated above. The others sometimes teased him for being different, but Leo didn't mind. He just smiled and dreamed. One hot afternoon, as the sun began to dip and the sky turned orange and purple, a strange stillness settled across the land. A low rumble echoed from the hills, and soon strong winds began to sweep across the plains. Dust and leaves twirled in wild circles. The animals sensed danger. A powerful dust storm was coming. "Quick, to the den," called Leo's mother. All the cubs dashed to safety. But in the chaos, Leo got separated, swept away by the storm's sudden strength. The wind roared in his ears, the dust blinded his eyes, and fear crept into his heart. He curled up behind a rock, trying not to cry. But then he remembered something his mother had once whispered when he was afraid of the dark. Being brave doesn't mean you're never scared. It means you do the right thing even when you are. He opened his eyes and whispered to himself, "I can do this." As he stood up, he heard a tiny, trembling sound behind a bush. It was a baby gazelle, even smaller than Leo, alone and shaking with fear. Leo stepped closer. "Don't be afraid," he said softly. "I'll help you." The gazelle looked up, her eyes wide and full of trust. Though Leo was just a cub, in that moment, he felt like the strongest lion in the world. Holding his head high, Leo guided the little gazelle through the howling wind and swirling sand. When the path got hard, he encouraged her. When she stumbled, he helped her up. At one point, a loud crack of thunder made them both jump. But Leo turned it into a silly joke, and they both laughed, if only for a moment. Step by careful step, they made it through the storm. As the dust began to settle and the skies cleared to a soft pink glow, Leo spotted his family in the distance. They had been searching and calling for him. The gazelle's herd was also nearby, waiting and worried. The baby gazelle turned to Leo and smiled. "Thank you," she whispered. Leo smiled back, his heart full. His mother ran to him and wrapped him in her warm paws. "Oh, my sweet cub," she said, "you were so brave." From that day on, everyone in the savannah knew about Leo the Brave, the gentle cub with the mighty heart who helped someone even smaller and more frightened than himself. And each night under a sky full of stars, Leo would lie down in the grass, close his eyes, and dream, not of being the loudest or the fastest, but of always being kind and always being brave. And so, Leo the little lion taught us something truly special, that real bravery isn't about size or strength. It's about doing the right thing even when your paws are shaking. It's about helping others even when you're scared, and believing in yourself even when the world feels too big. Because sometimes, the smallest hearts hold the greatest courage. And just like Leo, we can all be brave, one kind choice at a time. Good night, little dreamer. Be bold, be kind, be you.